And we don't teach that because a bunch of books say that. Our reason for believing that he rose is simple. There were 500 eyewitnesses to his resurrection. 500 eyewitnesses. One of those eyewitnesses was a guy named John. And John, also called the beloved disciple. When Jesus was crucified, there were no Christians. There were no believers. There were no followers. Nobody believed that he was going to rise from the dead, that he was the Son of God. Oh, they might have believed he was the Messiah, and idea of what the Messiah is. But when the Romans arrested him and crucified him, all of them ran away. John's the only one who attended the crucifixion. You know that because he stood at the cross and Jesus said, May's mom, John's mom. That was Jesus being a good son, because widows had no protection under the law. And now I'm getting feedback. Widows had no protection. And John, who was an eyewitness, who believed, and then he didn't believe, ended up being exiled by the Domitian. And so he died in exile. Every other disciple, every last one of them, was executed for their faith. I mean, that's pretty amazing when you stop and think about it. If they were faking it, if they would think that they would say, oh no, he really died, he didn't rise again, and but instead, all of them died proclaiming the gospel. Thomas was speared to death. Several disciples were beheaded. Peter was crucified. What's truly important, and that a loving, caring, powerful God decided that I needed to be saved, to restore the relationship with that he created me for in the first place. And so he sent his son to put religion in its place and to die for my sins and to redeem me and restore me to the relationship he intended me to be in the first place. I mean, we know about the feud with the religious leaders. You know, it was over the importance of the teachings of the law and the prophets. The problem was that Jesus realized that those teachings were not what was most important. He insisted the religious leaders incorrectly prioritized the values of the teaching. You know, the Pharisees had 100 laws over and above the 10 Commandments. Things like how many steps you take on the Sabbath before you had to sit down and rest. There's nothing in Scripture that said that. See, the problem with religion, the problem here is it says it's the things you do, it's the activities, it's the rights and wrongs and the rules you want to obey that are important. But Jesus didn't come to die for the rules. Jesus didn't come to die for us to have a set code of behavior. Us. Jesus consistently prioritized people over religion, customs, and traditions.